this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your daily horoscope and energy reading for July 17th. And my dog is getting bored and needs my attention, so I'm going to have to multitask as usual. Thank God I have some Gemini rising in me. So, we've had a rough week, and we're on to the weekend, and we have some serious energy to talk about, guys. Woo! It is not getting any easier. So we have the Sun, Mercury, and Mars all in Cancer still squaring Uranus. So again, we could still have some really weird, unexpected things come up, especially in our home and family. Like, you know, unexpected like family issues to come up, or conflicts, or ego-based issues where your family is all acting out. And they're all ego-based, they're all emotion-based. Now remember, everybody is going to be feeling this water energy. So if you guys have had a really tough week with your family members, and you know everybody's in a really freaking cantankerous mood and everybody's acting very ego-oriented, just know that everybody is subject to energy. And so if you look at your kids and they're just little buttheads to, you know, this week, just know that it's just the energy. It will pass. Just, you know, look at them, forgive them, and know that there's some powerful energies working in their lives as well as yours. We also have Mars and Mercury in Cancer still opposing Pluto. So we still are having some power issues in conversations and how we passionately want to move forward. We could have some conflicts in how we move forward. We could have some opposition in how we want to move forward. There could be some need to talk about it and try to meet in the middle. Now, remember, opposition is just two energies that are here that want to be here. So you're talking about conversations that are emotion based are going to have to find a way to meet in the middle. So it's going to be two energies talking it through and validating each other. And so through that process, you're going to find that communication starts to resolve some of these issues. The most difficult energy that we have in this day is we have your moon, which is in your heart and in romantic endeavors. That we have the moon, which is in just your heart, your soul, in romance, opposing Pluto. Flat opposition. This is a quincunx energy, guys. So these have, quincunxes are energies that have the possibilities to work together, but they just are on such opposite sides that they often resist each other. It's not to say that a quincunx can't ever work together. They often don't, though, because you know what? It's kind of like if you ever get in a debate with a Sagittarius, and say you are an expert in the field that they want to debate about, and they've researched it, so they're very good in that field. But Sagittarius will still argue and debate with you, even though you could be an expert, even though you could be, like a neurophysicist, but they're gonna argue out their side. So it's not as though the two of you don't have something to talk about and can't meet in the middle and can't have a great conversation about the middle. But most of the time, you guys will oppose each other and argue each other's points and be opposites. It doesn't mean that energy doesn't turn around again later. If sometimes when you guys are having conversations and you're fighting and it's just opposition and it's just spewing off all this crap, and it's dredging up a lot of pain and hurt, revisiting those energies, later on can actually work through some things. Because sometimes through passion is the only way that we get things truly out of us. I know that I completely avoid conflict on any possible way. If I don't want to, if I'm having a hard time with you, I won't talk to you about it. I'll just avoid you. That's just the way that I am, because I don't like conflict. And so sometimes a very heated discussion brings a resolution to an issue that I was avoiding for a really long time. Totally a Cancer, right? Totally a Gemini rising thing to do, by the way. So we also have Jupiter and Venus still conjunct, squaring off with Saturn. So we're still looking at that whole power struggle between this benefic energy and this malefic energy, and how we're going to get, how we're going to get our blessings bestowed upon us, and who's right and who has the best way to teach us. We're still got that going on. Now, Saturn is in here trining Mercury, and it wants us to talk. There's a lot of power today in talking. Even the opposition that we're going to have with Pluto in conversations, I still think that that's going to be really good for us. Because you guys, listen to me. Nobody communicates really well when they're at this emotional peak. Okay, nobody does. And there's a lot of issues that we're dealing with on all levels, karmic levels, past levels. We're dealing with the way we grew up, the past pain that we endured when we grew up. Maybe we're trying to resolve some family issues, deep-seated family issues. Maybe there's a problem with somebody being controlling in the family and dominating the family, and so there's a communication about how that's no longer going to be accepted. And so it's, when somebody was trying to take away somebody's power, that's when somebody came in and said, you know what, that's not going to be the way it freaking goes down anymore, period. Like, you're going to have Mars in here setting the stage and saying, you know what, you don't get to take away my power anymore. Emotionally, I'm strong enough to deal with this crap you've been putting me through. And it's not going to happen anymore. And that is one of the biggest benefits that you can have with this energy. This is a tough day, I'm not going to lie, but I truly, even though I hate going through opposition or any kind of conflict whatsoever, trust me, I went through conflict last week. It was hard for me to go through, and I felt completely out of my skin and uncomfortable. I'm kind of like, I'm a Gemini rising, so I want everybody to be happy and go with the flow. And if I've got to modify myself to make everybody happy and be something they want me to be, I will be. But since Mars moved into Cancer, especially since Cancer is a predominant energy for me, I have found that I communicate much more hostily. I am emotional, and I'm ready to back up my emotions with my passion for my emotional well-being. No longer I'm not the doormat that I allow everybody to treat me. It's more like, end of story. Like, if you're hurting me emotionally, you're done. And I have the passion of Mars and the determination and the strength of Mars to back me up and make me back up all my convictions about how I should be treated. It's a powerful energy to have sitting in here. So if you have any emotional issues that you want to resolve, that you want to bring up, that have been looming for some time, that have been taking away your power, evoke Mars. And let it back your emotion. Let it stand behind you. Let it bring forth the army of power in you, and let these emotions flow out of you, and tell people how you really, really feel. I don't care if it's unpleasant. I don't care if they don't want to hear it. I don't care if it will cause conflict. That's what this week is about, is opening up Pandora's box and seeing what the frack happens. Like, it truly is. I love all you, and I will see you tomorrow.